Come and get a taste of my mind. Come and take a look behind the scenes. See, we've been a five and we hero every day. I'm on the grind. I won't never ever take a day off. Everything I do is gonna pay off. Your little father time with me, with me, with me. You should try your little father time with me, with me, with me. Come and get a taste of my mind. Come and take a look behind the scenes. See, we've been a five and we hero every day. I'm on the grind. I won't never ever take a day off. Everything I do is gonna pay off. Your little father time with me.
Welcome back to another episode of Father Time with De'Meco and Blair, a podcast where dads talk about balancing fatherhood, relationships, careers, and passions. I'm De'Meco, resident dad to a wackadoo toddler, and this week, Mayar did two things. She said her first three-syllable word, shout out xylophones, and I cracked the code to get baby girl to watch movies that I want to watch. So ice cream time with Papa means we get to watch Space Jam.
There you go. That's a nice little cheat code you got right there, dog.
Yeah.
See, I used to just tell Penelope to color in my tattoos, and that would give me nap time. There you go. I got a whole sleeve. Draw it, color that motherfucker in, baby. Actually, you know what? This whole arm naked. Make your own tattoos. And that voice you hear right now, y'all, is your play partner, host of the Country Cousin Blair, aka Sir Winnie, and I'm the father to the 8-year-old who goes. If you listening, and when you listen to this, just know we had a little conversation about how we should take school a little more serious. This little nigga looked at me and told me how she thinks school is boring. And she told her teacher that. And I was like, how you think school boring when you can barely read? Because, like, what the fuck is we on? I was so mad.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to be prepared for that. Because, like, not that I was a bad student, but I definitely, like, I saw it for what it was, you know? Like, and I would tell my dad, I'm like, does it really matter? Does this religion class really matter? Like, I get it. I get it. Especially like in 7th, 8th grade. I'm like, this ain't even really, like, looking back. How can I look at my daughter with a straight face and be like, your 5th grade spelling bee matters? I'm like, it does, but it don't.
But it don't. For sure. Let's get into it.
Let's go. All right, Follow Time family, get ready to be inspired. This week, we are bringing you a game changer, a visionary, a man who's flipping the script on golf and giving back to the community. He's the founder of Compton Country Club, a place where dreams are driven and fairways are for everyone. Let's put our hands together for the man behind the movement, Chris Staples. Thank you for coming to the show, man.
Yay, let's get it.
Appreciate y'all. Now that's a humble introduction.
Okay, man. No, it's all good. The goats deserve goat type things, bro. So, Chris, before we get into the pod, before we start podding like we normally do, for all of our first time guests, for all the guests who come on, we have a staple question that we love to ask people. So make sure you're prepared. Chris, who are your top 5 fictional fathers?
All right, so I really thought about this list. I have Mufasa, I have John Q, I have Uncle Phil, I have Marlin from Finding Nemo.
Okay.
And then I have Brian Mills from Taken.
Okay, I think the only other person to have him from on their list was Roger Steele. Like Roger Steele was the only other.
I didn't watch that episode, so I don't even know.
That's fire as shit, though. That's fire as shit that you didn't, but y'all both got the same one because he was like, I think he's a good dad. Like he is. It happened 3 times. He's a great ass dad.
Yeah, I stand by my statement. Like, are you a good dad because you let it happen 3 times? Like, I get it. You protect your baby, but
if I ain't at the house, look, there's nothing we can do. But just know, I'm gonna see you again tomorrow. By like 11:15, you're gonna be back home.
Right.
I mean, like, I guess.
That's 2-parent household, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, don't really all fall on pops. That's true. That's true.
Your mom had something to do with it too. Hold on now. Yeah, she did have a mom who got taken in the second movie.
Right.
Right.
Come on.
All
right. Well, let's get into it. Chris, what you're doing with the Compton Country Club, I mean, is truly inspiring. And but for those that might not know, could you give us like a snapshot of what Compton Country Club is all about and the impact that you're making?
Yeah, so I mean, right off the top, I would like to draw the separation. So there's a for-profit entity and there's the nonprofit 501c3. So we have the 501c3, which is the Compton Country Club Initiative, and then we have Compton Country Club, the brand. So founded both of them. Of course, I'm more active with the initiative, to be honest with you. I have a team of amazing dudes. They go by Par 6 that help me bring to life the Compton Country Club. They're my partners. They do all the dirty work. So Compton Country Club does not exist without Par 6. So shout out to them for all the work that they do, from the visuals to the page, everything. And then, yeah, the initiative is the bread and butter. That's the engine that's working towards opening this Par 3 course, or reopening, I should say, this Par 3 course in Compton. And everything we're about is supporting the underserved community with a focus on Compton residents. So I'm really about being in the streets. I don't just talk about it, I be about it. Like, I'm active. Like, I'm not a founder or a president of an organization that finds value in just Twitter fingers. I really want to touch and meet people and introduce this game that changed my life, man. It's been such a blessing for me. Like, this game, like, God did a work with me being in golf, and so now I'm trying to give it back.
That's beautiful.
So we that's fire as hell, dog. Just to be honest with you, somebody who's coming from Chicago who got into golf 5 or 6 years ago. Like, honestly, Jackson Park is a golf course that is down the street from De'Meco. I didn't even know existed, and me and De'Meco lived like 10 blocks away from each other, or grew up a few blocks away from each other. So I didn't know the golf course existed, and this fool played golf his entire life. So for you guys for the initiative to have that backing and that drive behind it, to actually have the young homies and the younger generation actually have access and understand the game of golf. That's something that from me personally on this stance, I'm like, hell yeah, because I wish I could time travel and have somebody teach me the game at a younger age. What did golf mean to you growing up, and why is it so important to give it back to the youth in the way that you guys are doing over at the initiative?
That's a great question, man. Like, so I grew up like most minorities, playing basketball, football, baseball. I never would have been exposed to golf if it wasn't for my dad's previous business partner. His name was Steve Fry, white dude. He was actually the reason why I got to play on my first country club. He was a member at a country club out here called Spanish Hills. He got me my first of the clubs when I was 7. Of course, when I was 7, I thought golf was corny, so I was not playing golf. And then I was living with my mom, and I'm from Long Beach, California originally, so that's kind of where that city raised me. So being in Long Beach, we live right across the street from a golf course called Rec Park 9. Shout out to Rec Park 9 in Long Beach. I was 11. After football practice, my mom was like, "You can't be in the house, bro. You got to do something." At noon. We got done at noon. So I took this little 7-year-old set of U.S. kids clubs and went across the street and started digging dirt. I was so trash that I was so angry that I was trash. So I sat there for 8 hours. So during this whole summer, I would leave football practice after we were done, and then I'll be on the golf course just digging dirt. And then the rest was history, man. And it's taken me all over the world. I've gotten to learn, I coach now, so I've gotten to learn from some of the best in the coaching game. And man, I've worked all over the industry, from retail to caddying to head professional, assistant, first assistant, director of youth family adaptive golf. So for me, it's changed my life, bro. If I didn't get exposed to the game, I mean, God knows where I would be. It's literally changed my life, man, and gave me so many resources. I mean, I've been blessed to play probably 30 to 50 of the top 100 golf courses in the nation. So it's a dream come true, man. It's changed my life.
Whoa. Before we go any further, huge thanks to the Follow Time fam for tuning in. We seriously appreciate you exploring the wild world of fatherhood with us. Enjoying this episode? Then hit that subscribe button right now. Seriously, it's the best way to support the channel and make sure that you're always on time for Father Time. We wouldn't want you to miss out on a single dose of laughter or proud dad talk. Oh, You got a question or a story? Drop it in the comments. And for more content, be sure to follow us at FatherTimePod on all socials. All right, I'm back to the episode. Peace. All right, y'all. Sorry for the brief interruption due to some technical difficulties. We all had to change clothes, but we back now.
We back.
You changed camera angles too.
Right.
Yeah, we changed the whole thing. I got a whole new picture back here. We up. We up now. And this is something that I think you can talk to because it happened so recently. At the time of recording, you had just posted a story urging folks to push the initiative.
Right.
Talk to us about the process that you're going through right now for the folks that are listening.
Yeah, so right now the city of Compton has released what they call a request of letter of interest. Basically, it's accumulating different developers and different entities and getting or seeing who has the best qualifications to meet the standards of the city and who has the resources to bring this project to life. The downside is that they opened it up to like different land developers, so like community housing. Like I was reading some comments, somebody was like, "Yeah, turn it into a restaurant." I'm like, oh man, our people be ignorant sometimes. So it's very, very important. And I mean, what we have created or what I have created in the sense of CCCI and the desire to get the lease for this golf course is like this community movement of people gathering and getting like excited about a par 3 course that's reimagined in their area and honestly a community space. I think it's like for me and my job to educate not only of like how long this process has been going on, but also to educate people in underserved communities that don't really know about golf and what golf can bring to a community. So like that's what my focus is. And so when I did that video, it was more of like try to provide information because we've been moving a little bit incognito. We haven't had a bunch of posts and aside from, us doing events like we on my, the page for CCCI, we haven't really posted the process or the things that have been going on. So I felt empowered and felt that it was a necessity to touch on that briefly, as short as that clip was, but really dive into like, okay, where it started. We've been doing this. I mean, there were people and predecessors before myself that tried to attach to this golf course, like the PGA of America and different entities, but everybody kind of fell off the boat because it's just a lot to deal with. So for me, I don't care about none of that. Like, be the change you want to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's weary, it's a grind, but the beauty of seeing individuals that look like you or come from a community that you relate to, and seeing the joy and like the curiosity and the questions that are asked. I want that. I want more of that. And I don't care what I have to do to get to that, to obtain that.
Yeah, that's kind of big. It's kind of like you were saying, you guys were working incognito. Sometimes you have to remind yourself, like, talk your shit. Like in order for a lot of people to feel the same movement that you, or to feel the same way about the movement that you feel, you have to kind of put it in their face. A lot of people aren't as braggadocious because like the humble bug has bitten them, but unfortunately for certain eyes and traction to get on initiatives and projects like this one, like the one you guys are trying to do with the reimagined par 3 course, you kind of have to let people see behind the veil, not a lot,
Right.
but just enough
Right.
to let them be like, oh, okay, well, like there's actual traction behind what they're saying. It's not just some words. And I would hope, excuse me, that the city of Compton would look in home first before they go out
Right.
and decide to change that, because
Right.
what you can do with that golf course, along with the golf initiative or with the Compton Country Club Initiative, can kind of change the trajectory of sports in that area, a la um, the Williams sisters coming from that
Right.
area themselves. Kind of touch on what
Man,
your
that's
like swing
I love
liaison.
that.
You see how I did that.
Yeah.
You see how I did that.
Go ahead.
You know
Do
what
that.
I'm talking about? I be doing my thing when I do my thing. That journalism pop out a little bit. You know
Do
what I'm
that.
saying? You know what I'm saying? A little bit. But no, it's kind of speak on how what you and I were talking about. Hey, bro, I need you to kind of help me with my golf swing,
Bro,
and
yeah,
being
talk
able to
that.
do that around like a.
Hold on 1 second. These are my kids. Hold on.
Do
Yeah.
it, baby.
Yeah. Your sister's about to make you something. Make me what? Son, go get some cereal. He just need to co-sign to go get cereal.
Yeah, straight up.
Drink some water or something.
You
be all right.
know exactly what I want. I want the cereal. You're not saying what I want you to say.
Say cereal,
that's
Say some
my
cereal,
bad.
something.
Can you ask that question again?
No, you're good.
Man.
I'll break it down into two parts though. So
Yeah.
we'll save the second part for later.
Okay.
What can the swing liaison side of Chris Staples do to kind of like pair itself up with Compton Country Club Initiative to push for that par three course, and what can that do to help the city of Compton and kind of like make golf accessible for the next generation of Tiger Woods, like tennis was accessible for the Williams sisters?
I think how I view coaching, I'm really big on relationships. Like I just don't, I don't just take clients to take clients. I mean, there's a part of me that does that because I think from an educational standpoint, people educating people on the game and introducing them to the game is very important to me. But in the same breath, like I think we're in a weird space. Like COVID did something amazing with the boom and influx in golf, but also uh, there's there's a disdain from the traditional elitist golfers and this new era COVID golfer, and there's a lapse of like connectivity. Like they
Yeah.
don't want to dumb down or educate this new wave of golfer because it's like you should already know. Or I think the other side is like you haven't been here. We've been here the whole time, so you're new.
Mm-hmm.
And for me as a coach, like I really pride myself on one, like when I get new clients like that have never played golf, um, which I do coach elite golfers. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that I don't coach elite. You
top
feel
flight.
me? I'll be outside, okay? But when I get new golfers, it's important for me to get them on the golf course. Like I think a lot of coaches sit people on the range and like it's a monetary transaction. It's not like let me get to know you.
Mm-hmm.
Like how do you think? Like are you a visual learner? Are you analytical? Like all these little details, because when we get to the nitty gritty and people start goaling themselves, right? Like short term, long term goals, it's like, okay, now I can figure out a strategic plan, but also encourage in those valleys because, there's a lot of valleys in golf. And so for me as a coach, um, I want to empower individuals to find their own way and not feel like they have to be tethered to a coach. Like eventually, I want you to feel pretty self sufficient. If you need to get cleaned up, like pull up. But
Mm-hmm.
like I don't want to chase your money. Like I'm cool on that. I want you to feel educated. I want you to feel empowered. I want you to feel like you can go play and have fun. So when it comes to the golf course and it comes to CCCI and the connectivity between um, me as a coach and me kind of being the founder of this organization and like what this golf course can be, it's like a lot of empowerment and then a lot of serving. Like I pride myself as a person that tries to serve people um, regardless of monetary gain. Like I don't like, yes, I got a family to take care of, but also I feel like my experience as a golfer, as a minority, was very. It was hustle. It wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't all green. And I'm not saying like I think there's a lot of people that have those experiences, but I I had to grind to get it. My mom was taking me all over the place to play in tournaments, and I didn't have money to afford clubs, so I'm hustling people on the golf course wearing pro clubs and baggy jeans and Vans, and on the golf course with some Air Force Ones, and like trying to get some bread, or we let's play for your clubs. That's just how I grew up, because I could go
It's that pink
exchange
slips,
those.
motherfucker.
Listen, I had to
Wow.
that that was my experience, bro. Like, and I thank God for that experience. Hold on one second.
All good.
Yo,
Sorry, bro.
my house is like the playhouse. Like, all the little kids post up right in front of my door, and then my kids be just, kids just be asking unnecessary questions. Like, you already know the answer to that. God bless my kids. But let's go ahead. But yeah, so I think it's servitude. Like, when it comes down to it, I want kids to learn how to be servants. Like, even, I mean, just I had a moment with my son, my oldest son today, like, and just like trying to empower him. He's a great soccer player. And I've taken him out of soccer twice because of uh, the lack of gratefulness, or I don't even know if that's a word. If I'm probably getting reamed if that's not a word, but whatever. Being more grateful. I think him understanding how important it is to like serve. Like, and when you're on a team, you have to serve your teammate. Like, it's not about you. It's not always about you.
Yeah.
And so, like, I think there's a lost art of like empowering the next generation to understand it's not just about you. Like, there's so much more to give to people that are lacking. And I think that's why we have a lack of entrepreneurs, is because we're so concerned about like, how can I level up? How can I have a title? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather chase a title than chase the hard journey of being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Like, that's weird. That's weird behavior to me. Like,
We live in a generation, unfortunately, of, and this isn't like disrespect, but this is definitely a shot at modern sports media with how they kind of make it a one person versus another. And in order for my person to be better than your person, I have to diminish your guy and his stats and what he's done in order to make my guy better. So that's music, that's, movies, sports. But oddly enough, that's only with us. It's only in our community.
That's crazy.
And I've said this to a couple of my friends, and they've like tried to fight me on it. But I'm like, show me another culture that fights themselves as hard as we do. And there's room for change. And I know there is people who do it. So please don't cream me in come after me or anything. But I'm just saying, from a black man's standpoint who has seen it, it would behoove us to see Chris trying to start this initiative, this push to create a golf course or reimagine a golf course that's already in works, and be like, hey, how can I hold your ladder? How can I help you in your journey? I know that I have an ability to speak words and to make words match and hopefully inspire people. Is there any way I can help you with like our podcast, and like, can we talk to people? Can I pull up and like, speak at events, or, any of those things, or hell, can I write a letter? Any of these things to like try and help you out. In what way can I be of service? Like you're saying. So that is phenomenal. And you kind of just segued into our video that we kind of wanted to go over. When you were talking about, it's easy like that. But you were speaking about kind of the hard work, and you taking your son out of soccer a few times because he doesn't kind of have that like gratefulness
Mm-hmm.
behind it. We're gonna watch this video, and you guys listening, it's gonna be attached to the YouTube video. So if you are listening and you have the time, stop, or when you get home, make sure that you go over to our YouTube page and subscribe so you never miss anything, first of all. But check out this clip so you can see what we're talking about. But people who are watching right now, leave a comment below on how you would respond in this exact situation. So,
Fire.
De'Meco, you want to cue it up?
Yeah, I got you. Also, I think the word we've all been looking for gratefulness is gratitude.
Gratitude.
Gratefulness.
I'm still
Gratefulness.
fine with gratefulness.
There's a gospel song that says gratefulness. So
Yeah, if it's in the Jesus song, it's right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's in alignment.
It's not wrong. It's definitely not wrong.
Yeah.
Go run around the field. Bye. Go, no, this way. Go run around the gate. You better not be crying when you get here. What were we working on today?
Double play.
And what else? Turn it two. Run. Sprint. Get back. What do we work on today?
Double play.
And what else?
Turn into.
Thank you very much. It's important to listen and not just be out here. You have to listen. You want to play this game and you want to be good, but you don't want to listen. You understand?
Yes, sir.
It's important to listen. That's why I keep making you do this stuff over and over again, so that way you know it. So even though it's aggravating right now, when you get to the field when it's game time, you're going to know all this stuff and nobody else going to know it. You got it?
Yes, sir.
What does IQ mean?
Baseball knowledge.
You understand me?
Yes, sir.
All right. You just got to learn to listen. You did a good job today, but you have to learn to listen and remember what's being taught. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. It's all right. You just got to learn to listen. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Once you learn to listen, you'll do better. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So, for context, when De'Meco sent me that, he was like, I think we could talk about this. And I was like, oh, it's really nothing to talk about. It's very simple. This was a great coaching moment, great parenting moment, and great coaching moment. Because, and I said it that way because as Black fathers, it's hard for us to allow leeway.
Right.
He was talking to his son like that from the very beginning in a way of, I'm teaching you a game, yes, but this is more life. Like,
Right.
our team is already two strikes in. You can't be on base and fuck up. You can't allow somebody to sneak behind you and steal a base. Like, you got to know and be aware of where you're at all times, whether that's on the baseball field or in real life. You
Right.
have to listen. So, like, I love that type of coaching. And the one, like, coaching moment that I would have for the father and for the coach is, coach sandwich it up a little bit more, like coaching moment or like loving moment, coaching moment, then love them up before you let them go. That's the only critique that I have, but everything else is really great because as a player, you need somebody to, you want to be good. Like as a coach, like you've told me that you want to be good. I now know what I need to do to make you that way. You have to accept it because you came to me for it. Like I didn't reach out to you, young man, and was like, hey, I think you need to be a great baseball player today. No, you came to me and talked to me like that. So with that, I'm taking time out. We're taking time out from things that could be educational, things that could be family driven for you. Saturdays are for you now.
Right.
So now you need to show us that that all this time is worth it because you got to put forth the effort of listening and trying hard. And the same thing when it comes to life. Like my mom always told us, like, she's like, I love you boys to death, but like I'm a single mom raising two boys and a little girl. Like I can't fuck up. And y'all can't fuck up. Walk around like you got two strikes, nigga. So that's how we had to do it. And I love her for that. So how did you see that, and how did you take the video? And then De'Meco will get with you.
I am torn because on one side, I feel that, and this may be a critique, but I feel like he was a little bit impatient and sounded a little bit irritated. And I'm trying to be so much better at that aspect of parenting, where I have patience and I'm long suffering and I'm kind of gentle, because I think there's a balance, but I think, there, what I've seen from talk about black parents, okay, like just me and my experience is that um, there is this expectation of trust from a child to a parent. Like a parent, it's like forced to, you have to respect me, but you don't really like that. He's spending time, and I'm not saying that he's not spending time, but like, especially in coaching, when you're coaching your own child, like it's hard to walk through those moments when you're a parent coach because you see potential. And a lot of times, and this kind of goes to me in the coaching space, like parents see potential and then they go crazy. Like they see potential and then they're the next whoever. And then it turns into a comparison aspect of like, I'm comparing my kid to your kid. And then we as adults, which are still just human beings trying to figure out how we feel day to day, and we're trying to manage our own emotions. And we have this unrealistic expectation on how a child should respond. So all that to say, I feel like it was good coaching, but I feel like he could be a little bit more tender in his approach of delivery. Now, if like I feel like if I'm coaching a team, I could kind of, and my child's not on the team, I could have this standard of like aggressiveness, but like I feel like it's a little different, especially when you play for your parents. Like I don't want to. I remember as a child, my stepdad coached my basketball team. I didn't want to. I'm trying to get buckets. Yeah. I'm trying to do everything right, bounce pass. You know what I'm saying? Football, same thing. I'm trying to do everything right.
In the car.
No, I'm not. I don't want to have the conversation and like to feel so lowly. That's not a fun feeling. So I tried to reflect on the times that I felt that way, and like, I mean, I'm a little more harder on my older son because I have 3 boys because his little brothers watch what he does.
Yep.
So it's like, but I still have to be tender with my son, and that's so difficult for me because a lot of times I see myself in him, and I'm like, oh no, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like that's not what you want to have. So I think kudos to him. Like it's tough to be a father in general. But the fact that he's spending time is so important. And I think there's a lot of fathers that are absent mentally and don't spend that quality time because we're so consumed with the rat race and the cycles, you know what I'm saying, of life.
De'Meco?
Man, both y'all gave some really great answers because I can literally pick from both of them. Obviously, Blair kind of hinted I felt something different than what he originally felt when we were having this conversation. I was looking at it through the lens of putting myself in that situation with my child. Like you were saying, Chris, I would be a lot more tender because I'd be coaching my daughter. That's my baby girl. Like, I get it from the standpoint of having a son. Like, all right, there's a little bit more push, and I get that. But I was imagining it from the sense of coaching my daughter. And this is what Blair made me realize is we're watching this video out of context. Obviously, it's edited. It's not the full episode or the full recording. So I can see like, all right, he does seem a little bit short with his kid. I'm like, that's probably an editing thing. Maybe.
Right.
Obviously, you were listening to the tone, which I get. Like, all right, he seemed a little impatient. But going back to what Blair was saying is like, I played junior golf. I told my dad, I want to be the next Tiger. I put that expectation out there. So he was only coaching me or parenting me or guiding me because I put out that expectation of this. I wanted to be great. So my dad said, hey, all right, this is what I know great people do. We gonna do that. Now, if the father in this video had that conversation with his son, like, hey, you said you want to be a great baseball player, this is what we do. And so I will provide that father grace because I don't know the context of when this, how this,
Right.
I'm not in the video. I'm not in the relationship. That's not me. So I'm gonna provide that father with grace because I'm like, hey, to each their own. Like my life experiences will guide me to be a father my own specific way. Same for Blair. Same for you, Chris. Same for any father that is listening. Parent the way that you see fit. Showing
Yeah.
up, being present, having the intention of, hey, I just want to be here for my kid, I think is the most important thing. This allows me to dip into another topic because of this.
Okay.
I was talking to Blair, and this is kind of going around the idea of professional golf, and kind of in the tone of where this conversation is going. What I imagine you got, Chris, and you, Blair, and obviously that young kid in that video, you're getting a level of grit to kind of grit through whatever that adversity is, whether it be internal, with self-doubting talk, or external where you got your coach, your dad. Like I said, played junior golf. My dad walked the course. That stern look of that errant tee shot was worse than whatever this kid, like those lowly moments that you're talking about, Chris. Like I hated that car ride home after posted an 87, 90 something, like dumb mistakes, a lot of three putts. I hated that car ride. I felt so small, but
You
that gave
feel
me
him. Ray's stare, just
yeah, like the pressure. My mom had to say like, yo, stop doing whatever you're doing because it's making him play worse. But like those moments provided opportunities for me to gain and overcome adversity, which allowed me to have a level of grit that allows me to push through the hard things. Now, this is all tying back to professional golf and probably professional sports altogether. Outside of this one realm, I've been really into these Netflix sports documentaries. I'm talking about Sprint, where they cover Noah Lyles, Sha'Carri Richardson, Gabby Thomas, even when they cover Formula One or tennis, the Breakpoint one. There is a level of kind of like when Tiger first came out. When he was on the range, no one talked to him. When you played with him, he didn't talk to you. Like, I'm going to like.
I love that Tiger.
I'm going to like kill you with birdies. It's not about parring in. It's I'm going to beat you and never let you think you can beat me. I look at present day basketball. I look at the Full Swing documentary. Everyone seems buddy.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I have a story about this. I know where you're going.
Okay. I love it. But like everyone seems buddy, but I'm like, where is that part? Because I don't think anyone will ever meet what Tiger did because no one's doing that part.
Right.
You got folks like Brooks who had a nice little spurt. You got folks like Scotty who's got on a nice little run, but it's only going to last so long because all of a sudden you're going to let your competitors see you practice.
Right.
So I'm very interested to know your thoughts, especially in that golf realm. Because when I think about the sprinting, like locked in tunnel vision, like if I'm wearing a black mock polo, don't fuck with me. Like the mock polo, all black head to toe. Like I'm here to make birdies. Don't talk to me.
It was everybody had to be dressed for the funeral, huh? You just put people in the ground. This is so funny, and I had an email or not email. This was Twitter. This was before X. So I had a Twitter exchange with Michael Wilbon, ESPN caddy, and
Chicago.
I met him. So I have a really close friend. His name is Paul Naji. He created this training aid called the Pill. It's like the center of the golf ball. It's a real golf ball. You can hit it. Like it's a great training aid. But we did a cross country tour. We went to the PGA show. He was on the range at the PGA show. We met, exchanged information. So fast forward, this is PGA. It was the PGA Championship at Bethpage, and Harold Varner was final group. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's when I first found out
And
about Hero.
and I made this comment, and Michael Wilbon responded. I made this comment, what you just said. I said I feel like there's no dogs. Like there's no dogs on tour. Everybody wants to be friendly. Like basketball, I can kind of get like the dynamic because it's a team sport. Unless you're like a guard that's just a scorer, like do your job, go kill, go get buckets. But when it comes to golf, like I grew up playing golf and I grew up trash talking. My first experience on a golf course, um, where I felt welcomed was at Chester, Washington, when the old heads, I could barely hit the ball. They was telling me I need to be up by the green, chipping and putting. They're like, "Oh, young buck, don't even hit a tee shot. Just go ahead, 20 yards out, young buck." Like that's disrespectful. So I'm about to get to work. I'm gonna get nice. Like I like, and I appreciate I appreciated it because like although I was friendly, but like I wanted to dog you. Like I wanted to get great. Like I wanted to be great. I wanted to be the best player. And I'm not trying to make a bunch of friends. When I'm playing tournament play, it's one thing. We playing a scramble. We out like buddy round. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit of chirping. But if I'm playing a tournament, I'm not trying to talk to you. Like, why are we gonna be friends?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me. So I made that statement. He got upset. He's like, "Well, look at Rory McIlroy. Rory McIlroy." I think I said Harold Varner can't win because he doesn't have that dog mentality. He wants to be friendly or buddy with everybody. He doesn't want to be the guy that stands out. And people may have negative comments like, "Oh, he's not social, whatever." You have to be content to like be that guy. Like I feel like if you're going to have the Tiger run, you have to have that focus. It's me versus everyone, the whole world. Like it's me. It's a one person. It's you in the golf course.
Yeah.
Why do you care about being friends with everybody else? When I go practice, I'm not really practicing with you. I'm practicing by myself.
Yeah.
Why do I need to be friendly with you? Like that makes no sense to me. So when I see, like everybody wants to see the next wave of Tiger Woods or Jack Nicklaus. It's just not gonna happen. That's not the culture. Like I love the old heads of golf, like the Lee Trevinos, all like swag, talk trash, like they played together, but it's like I'm coming to scrape you. Lee was like, I don't care if you're Arnie, I don't care if you're Jack. I came to get busy. Like, where is that? Like
Yeah.
I want that energy on the golf course. I hate seeing the buddy. That's why I kind of was irritated with Brooks, but I liked the fact that he didn't care. He didn't
Brooks and
care.
Bryson, yeah.
Yeah, like Brooks Koepka for a while when he was running off with those majors, he didn't care, and I think like now he kind of cares.
So
And like look where he is now. So
I don't. Yes,
sorry.
He's going to fulfill his live contract and then come back to the PGA. I'm brand new into the golf space. Brand new into like watching golf is even fresher. But there's things that I have seen consistently, just like looking at the top list, and that is there's not a consistent 1, 2, 3 or matchup. So I would say in the golf space, that's why there's not that rivalry that is taking the league over or like killers in golf, because there's no consistency at the top. There was like when Tiger and Phil were going at it, it was a thing because on Friday, you knew Friday night, all right, so they're going to be paired up Saturday and Sunday. So we know going into the weekend, the two guys that we came here to see that we're turning the TV on to watch, they're gonna be playing versus each other.
Yeah, I could get my popcorn for sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like right now, you're like, oh well, the guy I want to watch is playing at 1, but the featured match is this guy, and like I really don't care for the two people, and I'll just check the highlights.
Right.
So that's what it is in golf. I believe I have more like that football, basketball scope when I've seen it like that because I've when De'Meco first initially brought up this question, I was like, I know why we don't have it in football and basketball, and it's because of AAU and 707, but also because guys get traded so frequently. It's hard to be a dickhead to somebody when to take his head off when tomorrow you could be traded to that dude's team and your locker mates. Kind of hard to, like, I can't punch you in the face on Tuesday because next Wednesday I'm on your team. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's kind of hard in basketball to see
I never
it that
thought
way.
of that like that. That's interesting.
AAU has made it to where kids don't even play. They don't play basketball to kill. They play basketball to like get their star ratings up and to make TikTok dances. 707 football is straight up. 707 football is all about what kid has the drippiest pajamas on. They're not really out there trying to take somebody's head off. Like you see that more in the trenches, like one-on-one offensive lineman work, O lineman versus D lineman. That's fun as shit. So like it's that killer mentality is still there. It's just there's only so many Russell Westbrooks. Because if we had a league of Russell Westbrooks, niggas that have ticks. Like you can't have Russell Westbrook's, Boogie Cousins, and Tony Allen's running around the league. Because we wouldn't have it would be Malice in the Palace all over again. But we do still have those guys out there in the golf space, in that individual space, like tracks and shit like that. I think we do need that. We do need to have that moment of like, hey, you're my homeboy. I fucking love the fact that we drove here together. Dope car, dope outfit. But the second we get on that field, just know, like, I don't care if you're dying, if you're bleeding out. I'm not gonna help. I'm here for the goal, and I hope you do the same. Like that's what you will want, and that's what I hope for in the future. It's just with so many matchups and team ups that they're trying to do these days, miking everybody up, you can't really talk shit the way that you want. That's why the TGL mic'd up part isn't as cool because they can't talk shit the way that they want. They're on ESPN still. If that bitch is on Netflix or HBO, and they
I feel like some of their jokes are premeditated and written, and so like, hey, we're gonna set this up to say this. Because you know that they're not, when they shit talk, when they're playing at their home course, it's very quick, it's personal. And so like everyone's still trying
to do with a tampon.
That was corny.
Y'all you guys corny. Hated him for that. But that's golf shit talk. If you listen to golfers, that's how they all act. No disrespect to y'all boys.
I don't talk like that on the golf course.
I'm not saying that's all saying no disrespect to y'all.
I wasn't a fan of that move at all. For so many different reasons.
Y'all didn't hear the no disrespect to y'all boys.
No. Yeah, I'm not.
I'm just putting it on wax.
That group of male. That's how they interact.
Yeah,
you know, it's only 15 black golfers anyway. Like most of them are on the APGA.
Yo,
and speaking it's us and Harold Varner, but he's over on Live now. So name one black golfer that's on the PGA right now.
Speaking of that, the APGA, obviously, Chris, we know that you work with your boy Aaron.
Yeah, shout out Aaron Grimes.
Yeah, shout him.
Also, he's my co-founder for CCCCI. Why did I say that many times? CCCI. Jeez,
Aaron Grimes.
Yeah, he's serving in. He's not an acting role, but he helped with the vision. So. Shout out Aaron Grimes for sure.
So going back to this level of like that dog and hey, being that one person, Tiger versus the field, which is why the top was so consistent back then, because it was Tiger and then whoever was going to play for second. Do you think? I mean, because when I think about like that team aspect, the traveling together, I'm thinking of the APGA, because I'm like mini tour, y'all. Chances are y'all sharing a hotel room, like traveling together, going to the same tournaments. Obviously, the circuit is condensed. Do you think it's possible? Because especially when we know that there are so few black folks on tour or on any professional level of golf, that there's that level of like, hey, I see you. That nod at a predominantly white space, you give a black person that nod, like I see you, I'm proud that you're here, that whole thing. Like, is it hard to have that dog in you when you're still like, man, I'm happy that they're here? Like, I don't know, like,
when it's only two of you.
Yeah, because I mean, I just don't see because I know of Joe Hooks, I know Willie Mack, I see the
Mhm.
social media side of them, but I'm like,
Mhm.
is there that dog in them when what we don't see? I'm always just very curious about
Okay,
that.
I
What
know.
with whatever you can share, obviously,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
you got a
yeah,
player that
yeah, yeah.
I know you know them.
Man, there's a lot I want to say, but I'm gonna curtail this. I think it's very. I feel like those guys are in a tough spot because I feel like everybody wants to create the next Tiger Woods, and in order to get support, you have to be Tiger Woods or act like Tiger Woods, um, which is unfortunate. Um, I think. How can I say that? I think someone has to have that dog mentality to get to the next level because what I've seen is like this is my opinion. My opinion is that from the optics and I'm looking at it from a scoring level and just like kind of several different pockets of what I know about the APGA tour, I think I think a lot of those players are just happy to be there. And and I feel like when they get these exemptions, not all, but some of them, um, they're starstruck. And so it's like that wavers on your confidence. Then that brings in insecurity. Then you know what happens with that. Like now you're tense. You can't execute the shots that you know you can execute. Like you're overthinking and all these different things. Like something I can't bring this up. Something so Aaron played in the Farmers Invitational, APGA Farmers Invitational. He was cooking. I mean, I'm gonna go on the horn and talk my talk real
Do that.
quick. Okay, so if Aaron didn't put this ball in a tree on the par 3 on the first day and triple bogey, it would have been a route job. Like no kizzy with no birdies on the first day too. He would have routed because on the second day he was 4 under through 9. He was cooking with grease. Low. He's as many times as they played that course. That event has been at that course. He has shot the lowest score on 18 holes on the South course. He was 1 under. You know what I'm saying? Like he was
Damn.
cooking,
Do your
like
thing, hey?
like cooking on the South course. So I I think what we tried to create and the tournament, like he won the Long Beach Open last year. Like what we wanted to create, and when I like was trying to empower him to see is like yeah, you got your boys like Hook. He's really cool with Hooks, like Willie Mack, AB, Aaron Beverly, like. But bro, you got to separate yourself, and I know it's very difficult to do that when you're traveling. You're trying to save money, but when we went to Torrey, I was like, bro, we got to have our own spot because of the year he played in it, 2023. Um, we were rooming with. We had an Airbnb with like multiple dudes on the APGA tour, and it was like this fun banter, but like there was no focus. Like when we had our own space, we were able to recap. Like Brett, who's amazing, is also his caddy. He's his physical therapist and all the things. And we were able to sit and have a dialogue. He was like, okay, his whole left side was his back was messed up from U.S. Open qual. And so he had to get treatment like every day before the round. We did practice round. He had to get treatment right after the round. Like there was a lot that went on, and for him to play the golf that he did, like he got it, bro. Like I think in what I'm trying to empower him to feel is to walk in that confidence. Like be you on the golf course. Like a lot of those dudes are getting bags. You have a small bag. Like there's no buddies here. You gotta be focused state, flow state all day. I'm locked in. I don't give a crap what you saying. Um, like we could talk. We can go eat after this. Like when you're on the course, like, and again, they ride in carts. Like you can't really get in your bag. You riding in a cart, and I feel like it's hard to prepare for the next level if you're riding in a cart.
Yeah.
Like you get to the next level, you're walking 18 holes. You got a caddy. There's all these dialogues. So I think, kudos to APGA Tour and what they do. I think they do a great job. I think there's stuff that they can do that can better prepare the players for that next level. But I would empower those guys to be dogs. Like, be dogs. Don't go shoot a 80 and you get an exemption. 80, 72. We can't do that. We don't have the luxury to do that. So go be confident. Believe in, like, a lot of those guys are sticks, bro. Like, there's some players. But it's like, you gotta be a dog and you gotta, like, not care and almost, like, not be scared of losing your bag. I think that's
the
another thing.
That's kind of what I see it as too. Like, that's what I was gonna say. Is like they kind of want to cookie cut you into being Tiger. And Tiger has no swag, no disrespect. I don't think he has swagger. So, like, right now,
None of the golfers now have swag except Jason Day. Like, and that's because he signed with Mamba.
Yeah, and that's literally because it's Malibon and Nike. But like, I think if all of them on the APGA or the APGA Tour looked at it like, if I can kick ass on this course, on this tour, get my exemption, kick ass, at least show that I'm good enough, that lets Adidas, FootJoy know, then I'm able to train more. That means that, like, Wilson's going to sign me, then I'm able to train a lot harder. So then I get a team around me.
Right.
And then it shows you guys that y'all can do it too. Personality sales. It's like NIL.
That's
like
true.
Golf is an open space, especially right now for guys who are brand new for golf. So if you can be a black golfer and attract the black eye, the black audience, but by not just, and listen to me well, guys, not just Instagramming cool shit, because we don't give a fuck about that. Actually go out there and put up numbers, put up wins. You ain't got to be like number one every time, but can we see you guys consistently in the top 5 finish, top 10 finish consistently when you're in these positions of, like, showing notoriety? Because it sucks when you guys feel like, oh, everybody's only looking at me. Well, we're only looking at you because you are on Instagram. You're showing that you are the guy that has the golden key.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You look like you got the golden key.
Right.
So everybody's wanting you to do something with it. Like, do something with your chance. Puts, like you said last week, bro, like the blessing thing. You got a chance. Like, you are blessed. You're in a position to kick some ass on the course and then open up the door for the next generation. Don't be selfish. And like you said, be complacent and be okay with just being there. Oh, I made it. That's what they want you to feel. They want you to be okay with just getting to the door. Bitch, bust that bitch down. And then leave space for the rest of us.
I think there are two things. The first thing I thought of when Chris, you were talking about they get starstruck when they get these sponsors exemptions. I'm really big on these, like, sports documentaries. Obviously, thinking about the 30 for 30 with Benji Wilson. I hear the videos of KG when he was still in high school and he played some pickup games with Jordan and, like, these top level pros. They were looking to get in their bag. I'm like, no, I'm going to put my stamp on this. They know I'm coming next year. Like, I'm going to be a presence. They obviously lump us all. Hey, y'all going to be the next Tiger. Yes, we agree. He don't have any swag. He don't know how to wear a pair of jeans to save his life. Like, he just should only wear golf clothes. Don't wear casual clothes ever again, and get a hat that fits. Like, obviously praying for a good recovery. Obviously you just ruptured your Achilles, but, like, they want to be Tiger, but they don't want to be Tiger. It's like the quote is like, hey, everyone wanted to be an animal except when it was time to hunt. Like, no, you gotta go get it. Tiger was Tiger for a reason. So, like, be him because he gave you the blueprint. You got to be ruthless out here.
He definitely
gave you the blueprint.
He definitely gave you the blueprint for sure.
Like, if you're not trying to be great, then don't do what.
Think about Tom Brady, bro.
Think about anybody who's considered a killer.
Kobe. Listen,
Serena Williams.
Listen,
Serena, Kobe Bryant, like
Kobe Bean.
Like the
got on my nerves.
We talk about Kobe a lot on the show. The one thing that everyone, when you look at the documentaries, they talk about Kobe. They're like, oh, you didn't know if Kobe liked you. Like, Kobe didn't like his teammates. Mike didn't like his teammates. Like, that is a thing that set them apart. But I don't think it's the fact that they didn't like them. They were testing to see who would go into battle with me
Yeah.
If the war was blind, if it was a dark war, we just had to run forward and fight, who would do it with me?
Right.
And Kobe didn't have any of those guys, so he had to be that guy. Serena, Kobe, Wayne Gretzky, Shohei Ohtani. I mean, all the guys that were like big fucking players, and that's why I don't put Bron in that category. I love Bron to death, like, but he's a scorer because he can. He's not a killer.
No, he's not a killer. He's not a
He's
killer.
not a killer.
I love LeBron, but
Slim Reaper.
he's not.
Kevin Durant is a
Yeah.
killer. Well, he used to
Yeah.
be a killer.
He
Old
still
Durant
could kill.
used to be a killer.
He's
What about Kyrie?
he's number one in fourth quarter scoring. What you said?
I'm not saying that he's. I didn't say he fell off. I'm just saying like I want to see Slim again. Like I want to see Slim again.
He's an accessory.
Yeah, Kyrie.
to-
Kyrie
to-
is
to-
a
to
baby
reap it.
Kobe.
Kyrie's
Like
fire.
he'll love you to death. Like
So good.
the love
On the
thing
court
out there with
is
Kyrie,
different.
But you see Kyrie on the court, he is a killer.
Yeah.
So there's a way to have a balance of that. I just think on the golf course, especially on the APGA, again, don't be complacent and don't be proud that you made it there.
Right.
Grind and work your ass off to get to the next level, because there's young guys who are looking for you guys to get out the way in a positive way so they can take that spot.
I think a video that plays in my mind consistently, just being a golfer, a black golfer at that, is the Curtis Strange Tiger Woods video. That thing replays in my mind because, and even so much so with like what I'm working towards with this golf course, like doubt me. I like that. I like that energy. I really do, because I like proving people wrong. That feels good. That feels good to me. And as prideful, Lord forgive me, that's real prideful. But I'm the Twitter gremlin that's just reading comments and it's giving me energy.
Yeah,
Like,
you're putting that battery in my back.
best believe it's giving me a lot of energy. And so I watched that video. I'm like, yeah, laugh and watch these majors. A route job. Like, I like that. So for me,
We're all crazy, bro. That's why we are all psychos.
I like that energy. Like,
Yeah, I feel
really
like
do.
that's a mutual feeling.
And you know,
I'm ready to run through a wall right
for
now.
real.
You really got me hype as hell right now. I'm about to go to the gym after this. You got me hype as fuck right now, dog.
I like that, bro.
Crazy.
There's a clip. There's a clip from the Long Beach Open. Can I give this behind the scenes?
Nigga, this is your shot.
Okay.
Let us know if there's something that you want to.
So
keep
Long
on
Beach,
record.
Long Beach Open last year. So Aaron was only the third African American to win the Long Beach Open in 70 years. First one being Charlie Sifford, who is in the World Golf Hall of Fame. You can Google that, look that up. Vincent Johnson won it. Shout out to Vincent. And then Aaron won it last year. That last day was so wild, because on I believe it was day 3, another golfer, Gabe Cruz, popped out, and we're walking down the first hole, and he was like, bro, I had a dream last night. He's like, Aaron won the Long Beach Open. He's like, he's gonna win. He's like, I've only had 3 dreams like that in my life, and they've all came to pass. And I was like, for real? And Aaron was cooking. He was playing well. So we get second day. He's humming. You know what I'm saying? The leader that was moving up was like two to 3 groups ahead of him. So, you know, we're watching scoring. We're checking, trying to hear the roars. This dude's running off birdies. So at El Dorado Park, 17's a par 3, 18's a par 5. So we get around. Aaron drains a birdie on 16 from like 20 feet. I'm like, I'm turned up. So at that point, what was he? I think he was 2 back. He was 2 back. Gets to 17, hits a good shot, misses the birdie putt. We're on 18 tee box walking up the fairway. The thing wouldn't refresh. And I didn't hear no roars, so I'm like, oh, did like he part? Like what happened? So We get into the fairway, it refreshes. I'm like, oh shoot, he needs a birdie. But it's a bomb. I don't know if he looked at the leaderboard, but 18 at El Dorado, it's a par 5 at like Dog Lakes, like up by the green at Dog Lakes to the right. There's a big pond in front of the green.
Mm.
But this man hit a 4-iron so pure and had like, I think it was like a 17 footer, 15 to 18 footer for eagle. I'm like, this man gonna shut the door. This is gonna be the greatest story ever. And so he misses it, makes bird. Okay, going to a playoff. But the backstory is like they were celebrating this young man because they thought he won already.
So hold on, that's why you didn't hear a roar because everybody was already celebrating.
Well, so they were celebrating, but it was like I was like, okay, but like why are they celebrating? I'm looking at the leaderboard. I'm like, okay, so they're assuming he's not gonna make birdie. So I'm like, oh yeah, makes birdie, boom, okay, playoff. I'm on tilt. Listen, I code switch a lot, but I was real black when he won. I was real black. So this clip is so funny. So again, they go back. They both hit good drives. Aaron hit to the exact same spot in the fairway. I think it was maybe 2 yards difference. Hits another good shot. This time it was a 5-iron because the adrenaline was pumping. Hits another good shot. The other dude hit a great shot. He hit a good shot. It hits the green. Aaron stays on the green. The other kid hits off, like it landed on the green, rolled off the back. So it was like an awkward chip.
Ooh, okay.
So he chips it up. It rolls past the hole like 8-10 feet. I'm like, ooh, Aaron has like a little downhiller for eagle. I'm like, I'm about to turn up. It was a huge crowd. And like, man, so Aaron putts his almost makes eagle. So I believe he taps in for birdie, or maybe he had to mark him putt it. But so we're waiting for this man to make his putt. Like he's been playing well all day. Man misses the putt. I go berserk. I go, I like that. I'm all belligerent. They're looking at me like this man is wild. Like my whole AAU experience, high school, like any team sport, I'm on 10 right now. I like that.
Missed it. One, Eric Grimes, winner 2024 Long Beach Open.
Tears of joy. I like that. I like that. Let's go, yeah, Eric. I like that. I like that. Bro, it was the most surreal moment ever because growing up in LA, like the Long Beach Open, like, I mean, it's people know about it. It's global. Like people know about the Long Beach Open because of the legacy. So many tour players have won that tournament. And so like to see the doubt that this man wasn't going to make a birdie, like all the preparation that like we've been working together like on his swing for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Well, 3 years now.
We here at Father Time want to shout out Aaron Grimes for his success.
Appreciate
on the
y'all.
APGA tour. All the brothers over there, but right now we talking about my dog AG, Compton's own, and quite honestly, like my new favorite golfer. And I'm gonna start paying attention a lot more to the APGA. Again, I don't watch golf, so that's kind of on me to not look at the PGA and go to where our dogs are celebrated and not tolerated. So
Right.
Yeah, so
That's beautiful.
put me on game. Everybody out there, send me APGA golfers that I should be tuning into. We'll get it cracking. Let's get into these fan questions, bro. I think we got one that's from a very special
Yeah.
fan.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
gosh.
So we got a question. We got the fan questions, fan mail. Came in. Yeah. This one came in. I guess. I mean, Little Caesars hot and ready. How did you become so amazing and handsome and cool? This is
So
coming
Oh
from.
man,
amazing and handsome and
and
cool.
cool. Shout out to wifey. I know she wrote that. That's I love my wife, man. Like, to be
The best
honest
fan
with
to
you,
have, right?
man, she's like, I say she's way cooler than me because you know, she serves our military. I've watched her, uh, you know, get put through the ringer and serve in this country, and just the type of woman she is, man. I'm very blessed to have her support. Like, she's put up with my nonsense. I'm a creative at heart, so I know, like, I get on her nerves. But like, she's so dope, man. Like, her story is incredible. Um, just a powerful woman. So shout out wifey. Thank you for that nice comment. So awkward, super awkward.
Flowers coming soon, wifey. You got him on deck.
This one's another question directly for you, Chris. Ideal day in Compton for a first time visitor. What tour are you taking us on?
I'll interject real quick. I'll just
Yeah.
say that fan, probably not Compton.
Probably. I don't know.
Listen,
I don't know.
Listen, I'm gonna take
Put
you
us on game.
to
Not take a nigga to Inglewood.
nah.
Probably
Like,
not for me.
Compton's so dope. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, Compton, it's an inner city, but there's a lot of dope things in Compton. So I would first I'll probably we'll do coffee at Patria Coffee. Shout out to Jeffrey who owns that. It's a dope coffee shop. From there, we'll run over to the Compton Museum. Shout out to Mark Bird. That's one of my boys. He has a dope small museum in Compton. And then also him and his wife have another business called Color Compton, and they're doing a lot of prolific things. You know, I don't know if we're going to get out, but we'll drive and you'll see the Compton Mountains, which is the Martin Luther, we call it the Compton Mountains. But it's like the Martin Luther King monument. You know, we'll check that out. You can see that from the window. We don't need it because it's right near the courthouse. So we're going to
Compton courthouse.
we're going to check it out, and then we're going to keep it pushing. And then I would take them by the Compton Part 3.
So we're out here in Compton, California at the Compton Part 3, what once was Great Part 3 golf course. This is hopefully the location of Compton Country Club. 2019 going into 2020, they shut it down. From my understanding, it wasn't enough staffing to manage the property, and then obviously COVID, they didn't bounce back after COVID. Yeah, so the cool feature of this golf course was the greens, like crazy undulations, and that's the element I definitely want to keep.
When the course was open, what type of golfer would this place usually attract?
I would say your middle class rec golfer that just wants to come out and play, just wants to get their golf fix in. And then a lot of families. So if your grandfather played, your cousins played, you would come out and play with them. A lot of stuff has been in the works already. Getting a good team together for the nonprofit, the Compton Country Club Initiative. And to be able to come in, blow it up, and create something that ties in the history of what this course was and then adds this new element of where the golf industry is going. So to be able to have the potential to do that and have the type of people that signed on board to support is everything. Making it something where it's accessible for everyone.
I would take them by the Compton Part 3 so they could see what it looks like now, and see, you know, and show them kind of the vision and like these renderings I have and what we can do with it and the resources that we have to make it something beautiful. Yeah, and then we're gonna get up out of there. That's enough time there. But Yeah, man, Compton's dope. Even though I'm Long Beach and Compton, literally, it's like this. We connected. So,
It's a stone's throw.
man, I love Compton, man. I was actually talking to my wife. I was like, man, I would like a house in Compton, low key.
Next fan question, and this is for everyone. Dream golf trip. Where are you going? Yeah, Chris, you on the coast, so I don't know if you're going to the other coast.
I'm going
You
to the other coast.
Got you. Yeah, where are you going?
I gotta go. I got it. Like, so I spent 3 years in New Jersey, and in those 3 years, like, states are right next to each other. So the quality of golf on the East Coast is insane. Like, I know they have short seasons, but boy, those golf courses are elite. So first, we'll probably start like New York, get out to Bethpage, run over to Bethpage, and then we'll work our way down, and we'll go play. I think we'll go to like Hollywood Golf Club, and then from there we'll go down south and we'll play like a string of courses. So it'll be like Galloway National. We'll play Atlantic City Country Club. I love that course. And then there's a hidden gem. It's called Union League National Club. I got to play Pine Valley. Like, I love Pine Valley. Very historic. It's great. But this little oasis in Jersey is like, it doesn't even feel like you're in Jersey. This golf course is so good. They have 3 nines there. Shout out to Jack Irons. When I was working with him, we used to go out there, and then there's this course I played in Florida, Naples. It's called the Royal Poinciana. It's insane. So we'll end our trip in Florida. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get a few good courses. But yeah, man, East Coast. Shout out East Coast golf. Like, I'm a big fan. I love Pebble. Spyglass is great. I haven't played Spanish. Big fan of Poppy Hills. But yeah, East Coast golf is different. Like, I've played a lot of dope West Coast golf. Played Bel Air Country Club, LACC, Riv, Virginia Country Club. I play all those courses. Like, they're great, but it's different. It's different when you go.
Something about that Bermuda.
It's different because those are the architects. Like, there's even a course out there in the East Coast called the Architects. It's like all the greatest architects. It's like holes from all the greatest architects in one plot of land. Yeah, one course.
Yeah.
Why couldn't I get that out? That's crazy. But yeah, so shout out East Coast golf. What about you, De'Meco?
What's up?
Yeah, don't say mine, De'Meco, because I'm the only thing I have is mine. So you got yours.
Okay. My dream golf trip is the Carolinas. That's so we kind of talked about it in Keith's episode. Kiowa is where I played my first national golf tournament. It's where I got my first eagle. And it was my first taste of like being on the course as the only black kid and like feeling like I was Tiger and being able to channel that a little bit. I would just honestly, I'd take loops around Kiowa, the Ocean Course, Turtle Bay, like just their resort of courses. A few years back, I was able to take my wife, then fiance, to the property and kind of tell her about my junior golf days on property, which was kind of cool because it's like, I think back to like, oh, I took my daughter to my childhood home, like those sharing those memories with the ones that are closest to us. So that was really cool to bring Kate there, and I'd love to bring Mayari there and hopefully bring her to her first national tournament there. So that would probably be my dream.
She's playing golf?
Would be, but she's only 2. I mean, she got her set of golf club.
Okay, yeah,
2.
He
we
wants
got
it.
time.
She's gonna be a phenom.
Yeah,
she's tall as shit already too, dude. She's gonna be a beast.
Yeah, we got a launch monitor. She was born into a house with a launch monitor, so she's about to be nice. She's about to be nice.
I don't have courses off the top of my head like that. Like I said, I just started playing golf a few years ago. Most of the places that I want to play golf are just here in the state of Oregon, so I would just want the homies to come out here and I could take up and down the 5. But This is something I don't think we've actually said yet. I am going to be going out to Chicago May 3rd to play in the, what is it, 4 golf tournament?
Yeah, the For the Soul, Bata Soul golf charity event.
Oh, what's that? That's
in
fire.
Chicago. So I'm coming back home first time in 15 years.
Wow.
Another thing you guys don't know, we're announcing it right now. You guys will be getting a live episode of the Father Time podcast. So
I'm about to dap him up in real life.
Yeah.
For the first time. That's crazy.
So that's all happening.
That's
So
amazing.
that's my dream golf trip. Meeting
That's
up with my brother
amazing.
and getting a live episode in. Which
That's
we're doing.
fire.
Love
That's
it.
amazing.
All right, so this last thing. So normally I will have a forgotten fictional father. We don't have one this week, especially with when this episode will air. It'll be kind of coinciding with the NCAA Final Four. So, Chris, you are not aware of this. Blair's barely aware of this. I want to get your take on, we're doing a fictional fathers bracket. Obviously, at the beginning of this episode, you've given us your fictional fathers. They are included in this list. So this has been compiled of all the fictional fathers that have been listed on the show, whether it be actual episodes or Father Time on the Go.
Okay.
These are these dads. So I'm going to share the 4 regions and the seeding. And you can let me know who you think is going to be in that final 4 by the time this episode airs. So we obviously got our number 1 seeds here, number 2s, and so on and so forth. Looking at that list, who do you think will round out the final 4? Do you see any like Cinderella type picks?
Cinderella. Boy, and Goofy is a sleeper. Goofy is a super sleeper. That's a sleeper.
I think Homer Simpson might get far, just based on
Really?
relevancy. Just relevancy.
Relevancy,
of being,
okay.
of like being on a major animated show.
Right. I like Goofy. That's a good one. Let's see. Who else is on here? But who put Piccolo?
My homeboy James.
Wait, is he supposed to be Gohan's dad?
Yeah. That's exactly what he said.
Yo, that's a hot take. I'm taking Piccolo. Put 500 on it.
Yo,
that's wild. Hey, that's crazy. That's a sleeper. Oh my gosh.
And he's in a tough bracket too, bro. He's in a tough bracket.
I'm taking Piccolo. That's crazy. Oscar Proud, Tony Soprano. I feel, man, Uncle Phil is so good, bro.
Uncle Phil was mentioned the most on this show.
Uncle Phil
14 times.
So
the next closest was Mufasa with 6.
I feel like Uncle Phil is like, he's a powerhouse. But that Piccolo go crazy. Yo, that's crazy because he's like stepdad, low key, but he not stepdad. But he empowered Gohan to be great. Like, yo, I'm taking Piccolo.
Piccolo.
Drop that. It's for me. It's like, I mean, John Q is huge too. I don't know how many times he was mentioned, but John Q, like, I mean, I can't even watch that movie without getting emotional. Like,
he was on your list.
Yeah. Was I the only one that said John Q?
No, it was you and shout out Gerard. Y'all two were the only ones.
Yeah. Oh, dang. Listen, John Q's up there too. Baloo? There's some interesting ones on here.
Yeah, that one was from Frito. Yeah.
Okay,
came up with some
so out of the North, I'm taking Uncle Phil. Out of the South, I gotta go Mufasa. So 2 number ones. East, I'm taking Sleeper Davison Piccolo. Yo, and then West, I'm taking John Q.
Are you taking John Q over Goofy?
I'm taking John Q over Goofy. That's a tough
tight
one.
game. It's gonna be a tight game.
Yeah. That's a very tight game because Goofy is legendary, and he did it with grace and comedy and kind of humility and insecurity. I feel like that's like just invulnerability. That's why I love Goofy. But it's hard to like. John Q was hustling. This man took over a whole emergency room, and his wife. You gotta get to work when your wife talking like that. You feel me? When your wife talking like that, you gotta get to work. And he went to work. Yeah. So those are mine, man. That's a great list. All those are great.
But
all right. Well, like I said, you guys tune in to our Father Time social media page to check out the updates on the Father Time Frenzy Final Four that we have going on the tournament. Man, we would love your input. So, yeah, check us out over there. With that being said, we could talk to bro Chris for hours. But he has things to do. His kids are outside the door, about to bust it down, looking for the fruit.
They want more cereal.
Yeah, and
if I didn't lock that door, it would have been
get ready to go to bed, so you can be up in 2.5 hours to hop into an ice.
Boy, you need a full day of sleep, bro.
He does, bro.
Please take a nap, bro. You need to take a nap.
He wakes up at like I'm getting texts at 12 o'clock. I'm like, bro, go to bed. But I'm also up at 5 o'clock sometimes. And he's like, bro, go to bed. So, it's a give and take. 2 coasts, baby. We get to work it out that way. Make sure you guys tap in with the Compton Country Club Initiative.
Yes.
Make sure that you do everything that you can to help push it forward. We would love to see that Par 3 course get reimagined in Compton to just be another Par 3 course and support Black people while you're doing it. Right? That sounds dope. So for Christopher, for myself, for my brother De'Meco, we love y'all. Make sure you tell us how much you love them.
Thank y'all for the opportunity, man. Peace out.
Come and take a look behind the scenes. See who's been a private superhero every day. I'm on the grind. I won't never ever take a day off. Everything I do is gonna pay off. Your little father time with me. You should try your little father time with me.